Now, I know I've only been watching for a couple seasons, y'all, but this is a mess. Complete and utter chaos, and not in a good way.
Only apply that. Get it, don't be timid when you ain't apply that. Love a bone, live alone, leave it. I don't want no trip, baby, spend like
My name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related, and I am here to put you on, okay?
Welcome back. We are here to talk Love is Blind, Season 9, Episodes 7 through 9. Y'all know what we do, but I want to first start with a couple of things, not related to the couples in particularly. And first, I want to start out with just what is the frat bro mentality going on here in these Love is Blind streets? Because the way that I feel like Jordan and Joe are mean girls, I just hate it. It's like, how old are y'all? What are you doing? When they walk into a room and their eyes meet, no one else is in the room. It's just them. And I'm just really struggling to see what it's all about. Did y'all just come here for buds? Like, I just don't get it. The other thing that's overarching and stands out for me in these last couple of episodes was the meeting that we have with KB, Edmond, and Edmond's mama. I'm not going to be disrespectful. However, like, this was very activating. Personally, I mean, and it didn't even have to be my mama, but just, I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship or maybe had a mother who didn't have you growing up, right? They either gave you away or you were taken or X, Y, or Z. But then all these years later come and really act like they did everything to make you the person that you are today. Yeah, I put everything I had into my kids. Edmund just told us that he was in foster care all his life while he's doing high kicks and licking the floor. Like, madam, and the audacity with which you come in here, saying, I looked at KB's Instagram and yeah, I just knew she wasn't it. But after meeting her, she seems cool. And like I said, I was activated. I've dated people with mothers in a similar situation, and it's revisionist history. It's reciting something that didn't happen. Now, I don't know that lady. I don't know the past. All we know is what Edmund has told us and how she presented the other day. And I'm just gonna sit it there. It's a lot. But let's get into the couples, honey, one by one. You know the routine when we cover reality TV. And don't forget, Married at First Sight will be back in a few short weeks, and I'm all over it. I'm all over it. So just FYI. Oh, the other thing that's not specifically couple related was Anna did make it to the mixer as well as Patrick, and they have the conversation. The conversation that says, baby, you left me. It was going to be you. It was always you. And Anna's response to Patrick saying, it was never me. It was never me, homie. It was never going to be me if you chose her the next day, the next minute, the next hour. And I said, well, sis, not wrong. But she did say it was overwhelming to her, the thought. It was getting very serious. And my thing is, there's been 9 seasons of Love is Blind. Don't come on the show if you're not ready. And if love isn't blind. Because clearly we learned maybe lust is blind, maybe like is blind, but love, from what we can see, is definitely not blind. I mean, the Anna Patrick thing was sort of anticlimactic to me. It didn't really move me. She was really just looking up beside his face, like, you're not gonna do this to me. You're not gonna put it on me. You're not gonna put that on my cracker. Just like I was gonna choose Blake, you were always gonna choose Casey. It is what it is. Let's move on from this. Whatever. The other meeting we have at the pod mixer, of course, is Nick and Kate, and he's apologizing. Very by the book, very manufactured, very written up. Yeah, but you told me you love me and that you hadn't told nobody else you love them. But then next day you're proposing and you're engaged to Annie? Is that how it works? He says, yeah, she was given what I needed and you weren't. I told her all about this. And they're saying, oh, he's being political, damage control, all of the things. And I mean, girl, you dodged it. You know what I mean? You dodged it, Kate. What's the point of being angry, upset, or mad? Anyway, let's get into the couples specifically. Let's start over here because Allie and Anton, what is this for? Who is this for? The relationship feels just like the way they presented it to us, lackluster. That's exactly how it feels. The fact that they were engaged in 45 minutes in that first episode, it feels like their relationship. It feels like they know nothing about each other. It feels like she didn't properly vet this man to see if he was going to be able to keep her in the manner to which she's been accustomed to being kept. And it shows. Girl, she don't want to work. She don't want to cook. She don't want to clean. She don't want to do anything except be beautiful and get her Botox treatment, sir. And it don't seem like you can afford it. Also, we come to discover he likes to frequent the strip club and that his friend was really the party animal, but apparently Joe's the party animal. And he the one like shake, 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 shake. And she's so surprised. I don't like that, but what is it going to be? What is it going to do? Girl, you have bigger fish to fry than whether or not he goes to the strip club, in my opinion. Because where is this even going? Do y'all even know each other? Like it there's 10 days left, 12 days left before you're walking down the aisle. I don't see it for this couple. It's a no for me. Immediately no. They give lackluster. It doesn't give it all. I just don't see it. It really feels like they are on opposite sides. And again, I think that's what happens when you connect on English being a second language. Anyway, moving right along, let's go on over here to Joe and Madison. He don't like you. He don't like her. He don't like her. He don't like her. I don't know what the big I don't know how she don't see it. He tells her repeatedly every chance he gets. Yeah, I don't think I'm into it. Why are you so confident about this? Why do you think this is going to win? Why do you think this is going to work? Because he doesn't, sis. And if you put on that dress and if you meet him at the altar, he's going to say no, and it's just god awful. Joe is miserable. And then when we get over to his house and he lives in this dorm, this unappointed dorm room. And I'm not knocking anybody. Times be hard. He's a bachelor. He can live how he wants to, but it doesn't give that you're preparing for a wife. Damn it, Joe. Oh God. And she was just like, oh, so, yeah, no. That coupled with he don't like you, coupled with the fact that his lease is ending, if he even has a lease on this place, and coupled with the fact that you probably have a well-appointed home that he can live in. Oh God, he's just the worst of the worst. And then the fact that they're talking about the hunching, and she's like, yeah, he said he wanted to put a baby in me. Girl, they all say that. They all say that. They all say that. Girl, that's not special. Oh Lord, Madison, do better, sis. Choose better. You're beautiful. The world is ahead of you. Go where you are valued. And the fact that, everyone wants me to be married. This is like my life goal. My nieces, they cried when I showed them the ring. Girl, get off all that false responsibility off your back. Live your life. And when it comes, it comes. You know, oh God. Joe's a choice. Joe is definitely a choice. Easing on here to Nick and Annie. I think this could be a perfect lavender marriage. I think it could work as a lavender marriage. He got a cute coin, and that's what Annie likes. Let's not be under any delusions. Annie is her own bag of tricks over here. But he's coming with the well-appointed cabin in the woods, with the money and all of the things, girl. That's all you want. That's all you need. Her spazzing out because he didn't answer or something the way that she wanted him to, her stonewalling and all of that. It's very weird to me for adults. It gives very juvenile relationship. His family, when they meet her, immediately love her. The brother is doing all he can to keep a straight face. So I want to know the tea the brother knows, because it was like he was holding something back. And I want to know what said thing is holding back. Mom's surprised too. I didn't expect this son. And we all know mom thought he was same gender loving. So, it is what it is. I've seen lavender marriages work. He's a provider. That's what she wants, to be kept, in my opinion. I don't know. Annie seems to be under a strong delusion, in my opinion, not just with Nick, but even in the Brendan situation, because they get to talk a little bit or get to see each other. And she's very like, he didn't fight for me. Like, Brendan, you're better off where you are. I don't get the entitlement or the expectation in that, but that's just me. She went over there, and I hope that they're fine and that they're great. I have done no background on any of these people, so I don't know. I've been hearing buzz around Nick and whatever. I just know what's happening in this, and cute cabin, cute cabin in the woods. Easing on over here to Jordan and Megan. This is never gonna work. This is never going to work. And I think we all knew that. and he seems earnest and genuine. He says he's a blue collar man and he's used to being the provider, but with Sparkle Megan, he's not going to be able to, because this 2.5 million is out of his budget, and he was afraid to ask what the budget was because he feels inadequate. And I know, again, men want to feel needed, wanted, utilized in relationship, and she doesn't really need him. And I think that's going to cause contention because the way that she's accustomed to living is far beyond his means. Clearly, the way that he put that chicken in a blender with Crystal Light, it's a child. It's a frat bro. And I don't know where, Megan, you're older, okay? You're an older woman. It's giving very much May December relationship, and I don't see what you see in Jordan. Maybe it's the beefcake. I don't know, but I just really don't understand what made you feel like this was going to be a good thing. And then on side of that, she's like, her love language is gift giving. And so we're talking about the baby and how she wants to, shower the baby with things. And of course you do, because you want to impress that step baby. And he's very much like, no, my child needs to work for what they got. Baby's not going to live with us, not going to be on camera. There's all these limitations, and I get it. And I just think that's something she should have thought harder about. She said initially her first mind was, no, if I met you in public, I would have never been with you. And now we're over here, designing a blended family, looking at the six bedroom house. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you'll just be keeping a man. And is that what you want, Megan? And that's fine. You know, you can do what you want to do with your cute coin, sister. You can do what you want to do. I don't think he'll feel sufficient or adequate in the relationship. But I don't know. It just doesn't have much depth. None of these couples really do. I don't feel deeply anything from any of these couples, except, never mind. Oh gosh. And then let's get on over here to Edmond and KB. Like I said, we meet his mama. We don't see any of their apartments, I don't believe, unless I missed it. Drop it in the comments and tell me if we saw Edmund or KB's place of domicile. But, she's trying to impress mama. And, mama has her thoughts. I kind of talked about that already. She saw KB's Instagram and was like, hell no, I don't like it. I don't like her. Meeting her. I like her, Edmund. I like her. As if she's been this present mother his whole life. Anyway, their dynamic is what it is. I fell in love with you in the pods. I knew exactly who you were. And my question to KB is it the client thing, or is it like the mother thing? Because by the time we get to the pod mixer and he does that off the cuff statement, must be nice for somebody to say you're perfect or you're the great guy and whatever. And she's like, why would you bring that up here? So clearly something must have happened off camera that we're not privy to, an argument, a fight, something, or maybe I missed it. Drop it in the comments, because she's hot. She's 38 hot in this moment, and all he can say is, KB, I love you. I love you, KB. And she's like, stop doing that. I told you to stop doing that. And it gives very much mother-son relationship. And I don't think that's what you want out of a spouse. I really am having a hard time wrapping my head around the idea of Edmund being a leader in the household or being a husband to somebody. I can't wrap my head around it. So she basically clicking and going off on him at the thing, like, we talked about this. You're so childish. You're a fool. You're all of these things. Sister, he been that. This is not new behavior. This is not new behavior. He's nicer. It's not new, and I just don't know what else she expects. It was the attraction, the fact that he resembled her clients. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. Y'all drop it in the comments and let me know where we go from here. Who's gonna make it? I don't see it for any of these couples. I don't. I don't see it for any of these couples, and I don't want to see it for any of these couples. And I'll just say this ahead of a season 10 of Love is Blind. If it's trash again, I just can't do it. Y'all already know I sat season 8 out because no. But if this continues, I'll have to stop watching, because this is just really bad. It's just very bad from all angles. It's bad optics, it's bad energy, it's just all of the spirit behind it is bad. Just bad. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And don't forget, tomorrow night, on Thursday night, we will be talking Love is Blind, season 9, episode 7 through 9. We'll be talking about it in greater detail. So be there or be square. But thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you. Are almost to 10K. We're almost to 10K. Help me get there. Help your good sis out. All right. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.